It's time to start Dishin Days with your hosts Tony Moore, Michael Mattis, Justin Lee Hareld, and Araceli Aviles. And now, let's dish. Why, hello, everyone. Welcome to Dishin Days, where we're serving up a full dish of this week's episodes of Peacock's exclusive #1 award-winning hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. That hit reminded me of when Billy Porter was asked about Nicki Minaj.
Oh, God.
He was asked about who?
Exactly.
Legally
Does not
don't
exist.
order.
Hey, Michael, heard about that rapper?
Dead.
If you guys haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell notification. That way you'll never miss when we're going live. And while you're on our channel, please check out some amazing content, including past episodes and interviews with some of your favorite Days of Our Lives cast members. Also, if you would like to be a part of our exclusive members only exclusive page, for $4.99 a month, you can see some wonderful content and join us for our virtual event called After the Dish. Once we are done with this show, we head over to Zoom with our members to talk all things Days of Our Lives for members only. So make sure you hit join and join us, because we'll be Zooming today for you, the members. Also, if you need to find us on your favorite podcast station, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Just look up Dishin Days and take us along on a bike ride, or maybe you're roller skating through the park, or dipping your toes in the sand on the beach, or touching grass. You can listen to all the stunt shows and shenanigans that happened in Salem this week, brought to you by your host of Dishin Days. Also, to get your full soap opera fix, head on over to JLJ Media on YouTube, and where all podcasts can be found, because my chocolate twin and former co-host, James Lott Jr., is giving you a full dish of Beyond the Gates, Young and the Restless, General Hospital, Bold and the Beautiful, and some original audio dramas. Because James Lott Jr. needs your help. For 25 cents a day, you too can help a struggling content creator such as James Lott Jr. And in the arms of an angel, be his angel, and subscribe to JLJ Media or where all podcasts can be found. Because James is just old. Help an elderly man today. All right. Well,
but let's address the most important thing that we missed while we were away. I'm better.
Girl, I knew you was going there, and I was thinking to myself, that's the okay. Well, if you want to be the most important thing, child, then okay.
I can speak again. Look how happy Tony is that I have my voice back.
I am ecstatic because
she's got like weeks to make up for, doesn't she?
She does. So I feel like in this show, we are going to have so many rants, not only about this week, but she's probably going to dove back into last week and the week before. So,
although I will say, I there's a caveat to that.
You don't say.
I say so, yes, because it is the season of Lent, from Ash Wednesday to Easter.
Oh, what'd you give up?
I gave up unkind words. Now, there's a caveat to that.
There can be a caveat.
Yes, I the unkind words specifically, because I cannot control my face. My face does what it does. Okay? And unkind words is not saying the same thing as fact.
What your face would say.
Well, facts. So, for instance, I can't be, or I should try not to call Brady a dum-dum every 5 seconds. But factually, I can say, Brady, I don't think you're being the best version of yourself right now.
That's fine. I'm still here to call him a dumbass.
Michael Mattis is there to fill in for me. So thank you.
There you
Check.
go. Check and check. Well,
I
welcome
gave
back
up
to
Catholicism for Lent. Just kidding. I gave it up completely, but that's okay.
Well, welcome back. Not only to Araceli, but to all of us. We took a week off last week,
Yeah.
and we couldn't be happier, right? Yeah. All right. Let's start our silly show. What did we think of this week's episodes of Days? Exactly.
All right. It was,
It was okay. Just okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just okay. Nothing monumental happened. There was some entertaining moments and
Some interesting moments, some new pairings.
Yeah. Yeah, just okay.
Yeah.
a lot of loud talking. Some parts that,
Yeah.
No, I can guess where that's coming from.
I know.
What?
I feel a Michael rant coming on, and for a
I don't
particular
rant.
thing.
That's the thing. Araceli's the ranter. I just pretty much I put it very. I'm a blunt person, but yeah.
I will say I was reminded this week that I'm very interested in the time that EJ was recovering in Italy and his connection with Kat. But then I was also like, oh, we still haven't had any movement on that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
So-
yes, that's an interesting thing. And then we still have someone in a tube that is just sitting there, like, and it's been
you know what? Oh my gosh.
You forgot the hourglass, didn't you?
I think it's still in the car.
in the car for 2 weeks.
All right. Well, it is now time to start.
Dishin
Dishin
Days.
Days.
Okay. So let's kick off our show with our top storylines. Yes. We're going to start with our first one, which is Goodbye, Chad, for now. And it's hard to say goodbye, my love. It's hard to see you cry, my love. Hard to open up that door. It's from Dreamgirls. It's funny because, we know Chad is coming back, but he's just going to look completely different.
You know what he's gonna look? He's gonna look goo.
You say he's going to look goo?
He's gonna look goo.
He's going to look goo.
He's gonna look tall and handsome and
Goo.
fine.
And goo.
Muscular.
I'm not wondering if there was wisdom in me sending you the video I sent you, Michael Mattis.
I'm really hoping they do like they used to do in the 90s where they would introduce new dudes, like just completely half naked.
Mhm.
Like they did with Rob Wilson when he came back not as Ben.
Rob Wilson, Austin Peck back in the day. His first scene was Sans shirt.
We love a Sans shirt.
Sans top.
I guess that'll be hard to do because he'll just have to come back to the Horton house and be like, "Hey, we're back," and like the
I
children.
know it wouldn't be like you can't roll off a plane without a shirt.
right.
I mean, I guess you can, but it's not.
But we not only said goodbye to Billy Flynn, we also said goodbye to Carrie and Autumn, who played Thomas and Charlotte.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of just moments of just, and I feel like this. I feel like if Billy weren't leaving, I don't think we would have gotten the goodbyes that we did. So I'm glad that we got him saying goodbye to Abigail and Julie and just some very sweet tender moments for Billy. to make his exit from Days.
And I went back. There was a scene that we talked about 2 weeks ago with him and Lauren Koslow at the funeral. I went back and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is definitely a goodbye moment for them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the way they interacted with each other. Like, and so, yeah, I feel like he, throughout these past 2 weeks, the character got to interact with everybody appropriate for the departure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed.
This is definitely a goodbye Billy more than a goodbye Chad, since he's going away just on a vacation essentially for a couple weeks.
Had totally forgot about the exploration of him and Belle.
And they focused so like his last episodes, it was so heavily focused on that. And I'm like, yeah, why didn't we get this before the holidays, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm okay with it because I think that they, by that time, probably Billy had made the decision that he was going to leave. So it wouldn't have been made sense. And I, truth be told, I was never into the Chad Belle pairing. I didn't really see the chemistry there. When Connor comes on and takes over the role, fresh blood, you never know.
I am very curious as to how Connor will be in the role of Chad. Mm-hmm. I have no doubt that he is a very talented person. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's very handsome. I mean, we've seen pictures of him. We've also met him in person. He has a great personality and coiffed hair and eyes broad shoulders and eyes that you're just like, huh? But it reminds me of when Billy took over the role and from Casey Diedrich. Mm-hmm. And we had this teenager Chad, but then we had this very refined, adult Chad with Billy. And so I always wonder when a new actor portrays a character, what are we gonna get? As far as this new iteration of Chad, So I'm very curious, and I do hope that fans give Connor a chance, let him get settled. The show is obviously giving us enough time to kind of let Billy as Chad exit before Connor as Chad enters. So yeah, I'm now just curious what that would look like. And I thought of that because of the whole Belle storyline of they couldn't really dive into this since he was leaving. So
in terms of what Araceli said about chemistry between Chad and Belle, they really didn't do enough to establish any chemistry. You know what I mean? Maybe you would have felt differently, Araceli, if they had explored it a little.
Well, I don't think I would have, because I remember they had that little stint when Billy first came on. You remember Billy was in a year or two. That was the last the last thing that Stefano did before he passed, that brainwashing his son and to seduce Belle kind of thing. I didn't get the chemistry then. It wasn't something I was interested in. I think, but also because, Billy had already been, cast to play opposite Kate Manzi at the time, who was playing Abigail, and their chemistry was off the charts. So I was not into that. So I am really interested to see what Connor brings to the role. I have complete faith in him. I'm one of the few maybe in the room who's watched him on his time on YNR. He has incredible chemistry with the people that he plays with. He's one of those that he really does kind of find a way to click with every person. So I have faith.
Yeah. Part of me thinks sorry.
No, I just want to hit on one point. And if nothing else, in Marnie we trust.
Yes. Marnie and Bob.
Marnie and Bob we trust. Always, always, always.
Yes.
Part of me thinks the Bell stuff could be just like a setup for Connor. Actually, it may not actually have nothing to do with Billy, and it may be a way for them to like give him an entrance storyline right when he comes back, so he hits the ground running. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of is like why on his last couple of days would they introduce this pairing again? For no reason. So I'm assuming it's maybe a setup to like usher Connor in and give him the quote unquote in when he comes on. But like you told me, I am interested because I remember Casey's version was the teenage sort of not delinquent, but he was a little rough around the edges.
Rebellious a little bit, maybe.
And then Billy came in, was a little bit more refined. It reminds me of sort of like the character Billy, where Lisa Rinna's Billy was very different from Krista Allen's Billy when she came in, and she completely changed the character in a lot of ways. And then like Julie Pinson's Billy was like a mixture of them both. So I wonder if I'm curious to see what Connor's version of Billy, maybe we'll get a little bit more of that Casey rebelliousness, or you know what I mean? Like every actor brings their own little thing to it, and maybe we'll get a newer version of Chad moving forward, which kind of might be interesting.
Yeah.
And I think he's played, ironically, I think we think of Chad as older than he is, but he's Will's best friend. He's Gabby, he's in that group. And I think over the years, that group has very matured, quote unquote, matured a lot, where you forget they're only supposed to be in their early 30s, if that now.
Early to mid 30s.
They play it much older, I think, by the situations they've gotten in the plot lines for children. So I think it's I don't know, a more playful Chad might be nice.
Well, they were all teen parents. Let's remember that. Even Chad, even though his first child died in infancy, let's remember they were all teen parents. So
oh yeah, that was the character of
Casey's
Mia.
Character. That's how he came on the scene as so they all had to grow up kind of fast.
Yeah.
And in a way where they were not necessarily sure of themselves. And with each recast, because I think all of that scene except for Chandler Massey has been recast at this point. And I think
even Chandler was
he was
briefly, and then he came back. But I think with each iteration of the character, and then since we saw that, in the early 2010s, since we saw them, that when that scene was established, I think they've all they wasn't that necessarily they were all rebellious. I think it was that they were just finding their footing, and they had to grow up very fast for their age group. And it seems like with each time that they come back or each time that they're recast, there's a maturity that has grown in each of them.
Yeah. Well, all the best, Billy. Thank you for Chad. Bye. All right. Well, that was pretty much that storyline. It was, pretty much.
There was no movement in anything.
It was more like, closing a chapter on an actor, not a character, but an actor leaving the character.
Yes.
And so, that's it.
And per my promise to God through Lent, I'm not going to comment further on Jennifer's Valentine's Day attire. But I am going to bring it up.
Valentine's Day attire, like her clothes?
Yeah. It was very interesting.
Audience.
Is it wrong? Now when Jennifer and Jack come on screen, I'm just like, they're not there. These people don't exist anymore.
Yeah, I will say that was the goodbye I didn't buy. That was the one that I was like, this is oddly strange. Like the Julie one I loved. I love the other ones we got. Just that one just didn't ring true about the we're family and we had a disagreement, as if like they fought over like the kids' bedtime.
Yeah, no.
No, you tried to take his children away from him. They're downplaying it, I think, to salvage the like integrity of the couple, or excuse me, of Jack and Jennifer specifically, but it's just not working with them.
Well, I mean, that you made a wrong move when it's not, that's not even something the Damaras would do.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, low bar, but man, when you've gone lower than it,
Yeah, that was the one that,
I mean,
was
it's
the only
not-
one that I thought was
the
awkward.
Demiras would do it. They would just do it for like that was a shitty reason to do what she did. Like the whole cat, like just because he's involved with someone you don't like.
Mhm.
The Demiras need a little more reason than that, but yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, who?
Who?
I will say I don't know if Dylan Matthews sent it. I don't think he sent it to me. I think he sent it to our Dishin Days Gmail. There was I will say that so closed captioning is very important. And you know, for our audience sometimes, because sometimes, you know, even us, we're not paying attention, we're looking away, and we're watching a show or doing other things. There was a moment that the Australian streaming caught that our American streamer sounded different to our American closed captioning that I found quite indicative of my feelings towards Jennifer. So
What?
there's the closed
That was
captioning in a scene where with Jennifer with her characters, she's saying "love you." The Australian version says something different.
What did it say? Don't like. What did it say? That's what I'm getting.
Is it
I'm like,
part of
what
your
was
gift,
the-
or is it? Are you?
No,
like,
I
choosing
can't
it?
say
Oh.
words, Michael Mattis. Remember?
Oh my
type
god!
it in.
Y'all are now y'all want to be bothered because y'all know how Araceli tells a story. She will get you to a point and then go, "Well, I can't say," and it's like, "Well, why did you bring it up? You could have kept that to yourself." If you're not gonna spill all the tea, you're gonna sit here and do all the accoutrements. You took the teapot out, you warmed the water up, you put the tea bag into the cup. The thing went to let you know that the hot water was done. You poured the hot water in there, and then you said, "But you can't drink it." Why'd you take me so far?
Thank you, Dylan Matthews.
Oh, thank you.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
It is. I how that happened, I don't know. I was tickled.
Someone who handles the closed captioning probably watches the show and knew what was going on and was like, it was a little tee and it didn't get corrected.
It was a little what, Michael Mattis?
Tee.
Oh, I'm so glad I can laugh now.
Oh gosh.
I couldn't laugh 2 weeks ago.
Well, if now we could just get you to tell a full story, then we would be
Without
You'd be
circling the
doing great.
runway for 10 minutes.
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to fully land. We're just going to show you around the perimeter. You are flying Araceli Airs. Where we don't land, we just fly. All right, let's move on to our next top story, which is on the lam.
Not
Yeah.
again.
We're talking about lovely Dimitri and Leo. I was so happy
Yeah,
to see Yvonne.
I know.
Yeah.
Me too. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
I don't like that he doesn't correct them when they call him Ivan.
Mm.
And this bugged me way back when he was they would call him Ivan and it's like that's not his fucking name. His name is Yvonne and they don't have the character correct it. Even if and I think in Leo and Dimitri's case they were just being shitty to him.
Yeah.
But like they intentionally were not, because if any two would know his name was Yvonne, it was those two. But that was just, I'm like, correct him. Correct him. And he didn't. But it was nice to see him. He still had his Yvonne-ness. Yeah.
I just still love the fact that the reason why his character name is Yvonne is because it's also his real name. And someone couldn't remember a name or something, and they just changed it to his name, which I thought was hilarious. Do y'all think he poisoned that tea? Or do you think they were overreacting?
I
No.
think they had legit reason to think it might be, but I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either because he was just like.
No, I thought it was he poisoned the cups, and that was why he took a sip of his own cup.
Could be.
Like that, you know what I mean? Like
the
that
red
was
or something.
around. Yeah, like I'm sipping my own cup. See, like I thought, he poisoned the cup. Then that was the
For some reason, I wish he just would have. He just would have grabbed the cups and be like, "We're just having tea." And then they were just like, "Oh, okay." And then they went the other way, and then they were like, "Ugh."
We're just.
I did appreciate that. Like people were like, "Oh, this guy wants to do us harm. Like, let's not drink something from him," which is the usual staple. So I at least appreciated that they were at least being or they allowed the characters to be smart about that. Like, let's not take a drink from the person who is probably going to do us harm. You know. Yeah.
I feel like I do like the addition of Klaus, the other henchman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they kind of broaden him a little more. I also feel like it makes sense because I think we tend to forget that like while we love these characters, they're also getting older.
Yeah.
And so like there's only so much Yvonne can do. So it's nice to see like someone else in the mix.
Yeah.
So that we're not like, Madame, you had Yvonne go and do what?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was a case where like they brought Louise back, tried to get Yvonne, couldn't, so they made this new henchman, but then he suddenly became available, and so they're like, okay, we're just gonna have them both.
Maybe.
I thought it was a little disjointed that Yvonne's here. Okay, it's nice to see him, but it's like, where was he 2 weeks ago? Where was he? You know.
Yeah, or again maybe because when once Liam like did the sketch, someone could have looked and said that's Yvonne, but now they're kind of like, oh, like who's this guy? So
yeah, true.
I think it's maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think we're all confused about what's happening over at Days. So,
but also like Yvonne also shouldn't be doing the henchman work he was doing 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Like he should have moved up a little bit to like, okay, I can help you mastermind this stuff and execute it, but we can outsource like, hiring what's the name, Liam Soleko to like stock the fridge in the Demira crypt. Like, we can get a middle person to handle that.
Yeah, I'm confused about how they don't think that Liam was a loose end.
They don't know that he was hired to like stock the waters and stuff.
When you say they, who's the they you're both talking about?
Well,
what wasn't it? Rafe? Rafe is the one that's trying to figure out who the henchman is and who was working with him.
Remember a few weeks ago, I think it might have been like the last day we saw Vivian.
We probably weren't paying attention.
Where she talked with the guy, it was the guy at his car. And that was the guy that hired him, and so that wasn't just like a middleman situation. That was he went from Liam, he went to Vivian. So it's kind of like I don't see and then he said that nobody saw me, but like no, Liam saw you.
Yeah, he's definitely lying. He lied to Vivian essentially, so that's why he's headed back there now. Because he admitted this week he lied to her.
Yeah, so that's not good. So I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
When he admitted that moment, he admitted it to Yvonne, right?
Yeah,
to Yvonne.
And I was like, well, Yvonne's gonna have you killed now, dude.
Yeah. So
I was like, well, you're done. I remember thinking that now.
He had his own separate tea. He had his tea to go. Yeah. Okay, so Leo and Dimitri. Leo is very invested in helping Dimitri, but he's trying to do it like I'm an investigative reporter. So but do we think that in some form or fashion Leo still has feelings for Dimitri?
He has feelings for Dimitri, but he doesn't want to have feelings for Dimitri.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're as strong as I don't think it's love. I don't think it's like true love.
Yeah,
I think it's probably just remnants of
What he had.
what they had before.
It's the lack of closure. It's the fact that Dimitri is ridiculously hot. So there's that temptation, but you know, if you're constantly feeling like you're cheating on someone else, even when you're just talking to that other person, then you don't. It's like it's not gonna work.
Oh, so you think Dimitri's so hot, like super hot, like very hot?
It's not. I mean, I don't even have to elaborate. It's just a fact.
Oh, so
it's a fact.
It's a fact.
So seeing him shirtless got you going?
I feel like this is a trap.
It's not. It's just a question. You must have enjoyed the scenes when he was like on the bed waiting for Leo, but he had left.
I'm not falling into this trap.
There's no trap. It's just a question.
I just said he was ridiculously hot.
I'm just trying to see what you enjoyed. Did you enjoy when he was trying to get the ankle monitor off with lube and his big old feet were there and you were just
that
like,
no, that was like all kinds of awkward. That was all kinds of
giving him an ankle job.
It's all kinds of weird. No, ankles don't do it for me.
Ooh.
So then you don't think that he is hot from the top of his head to the bottom of his pinky toe?
I find it weird that anybody would think that. Okay, exception. Jonathan Bailey.
You think he's hot from the top of his head to the bottom of his pinky toe? Oh, but not Peter Port?
You asked. I answered your question.
You did. I followed up. Why? Because I'm an investigative reporter. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this and have you answer questions directly.
I am very specific. I don't know what you want from me.
Let's go back. You said you're very specific. Let's go back 5 minutes ago. Anywho, so I great job, Araceli. I think a couple of things. I definitely understand the remnants that like there wasn't proper closure. And I think now knowing that, you know, Dimitri probably didn't write the letter and everything, I get that. But I'm still kind of torn because I'm like, you made Javi exit really because he wanted Leo to figure out his feelings. And even though Leo tries to talk to Javi, Javi is still like, don't talk to me. It's hard. You figure out your feelings.
I know. I'm a little bugged by that. Like Javi's being stupid.
No, it's a question. You look at him and you go, you love me, right? Do you need to sort this out? Let's talk. Like, I feel like as a partner, you should be there for him because I think it's a lot to find out that what you thought was true is not. Yeah. But also, I feel like Leo is a different person now than he was with Dimitri, and so I think that has changed his love as well. And you can still have love for someone, but you don't have to be in love with someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Preach. But I'm not the only one that has thoughts about Dimitri. We're going to head over to Tacoma, Washington, for our favorite folks who are going to sound off on Dimitri.
I was clicking it.
Oh, you click it. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Myrtle Hope, and I'm from Tacoma, Washington. And my rant this week is about Leo working with Dimitri. In my opinion, if you're still gonna claim to love Javi, you wouldn't be doing all this for your ex, whether you think he's innocent or not. You wouldn't want anything to do with Dimitri, considering Dimitri has been a weird creep recently. I feel like Leo and Dimitri aren't that good of a couple to try to be propped up like this, and I feel like Dimitri isn't that good of a character to be inserted like this, and who even cares about Dimitri?
See, Araceli, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Listen,
Take a
I'll be
lesson
the
from
lone-
Myrtle Hope.
I'll be the lone dissenter. I like them together. I recognize Leo's a different person now. Maybe that's why it's not being played as like a bigger deal than it is. But we've seen this scenario before a dozen times where one person of a couple gets taken away and the other person moves on, and then they come back, and then we always tend to give the sympathy to the person who was wronged. In this case, it's Dimitri. He was the one who was kidnapped. And I think it's interesting where people are leaning more towards Javi in a way. And yeah, I understand. I think Leo, is a different person. And I like him with Javi. I don't like the characterization of Javi lately of like blowing Leo off, especially since you guys were just married. We now know that marriage is probably dissolved at this point. It's probably past the 14 days or whatever it was, or close to it. Yeah, so like, okay, so that was a wash then. So now you're on even playing field with both of these people, and like, I mean, Dimitri was taken from him. So I think Leo is being he's fighting his feelings and he's not giving into them. I think now he's slowly starting to come around as he's agreeing to help Dimitri, but he was screwed out of it. Like, I don't think Leo is acknowledging that, which I find it a little strange. I think we've seen this with Bo, Hope, and Billy. We saw this with like Jennifer, Peter, and Jack. Like, we've seen this triangle before where one person was taken away and now they come back, and we always get the sympathy of like, that person was taken away, they're the true love, and now we're not looking at it that way. So I think it's interesting that, it's interesting people aren't as high on Dimitri and Leo as they once were.
Yeah. I mean, I do like Dimitri and Leo. I mean, I will keep saying that Leo is a different person now. So I think it does make things like a little complicated. Because it's like, again, Leo has evolved since his time with Dimitri. Dimitri has not. It's almost like Dimitri is like in a time zone, or a time warp, where like Dimitri is picking up where he left off, where we last saw him. And I think maybe if he were a little different, a little.
Dimitri, you mean?
Yes, if Dimitri had evolved a little bit, like if this kidnapping had kind of made him realize the type of person that he was, and how he saw his future and things like that, I think we probably could have really had a really nice love triangle with Leo ultimately trying to decide between two really good guys for him. I would have almost liked to have seen that. I would have almost liked to have seen, and maybe it's not as drama filled as this may sound, but the hourglass is over there. Sorry, I looked over and I was like, oh, the box is over there. Maybe it's not as drama filled, but I almost would have liked for Dimitri to come back to Salem and kind of make amends and look at Gwen and go, I recognize the fact that I did hurt you. Because I wasn't true to myself. And
that's just not it.
Although, like, you're a bitch, like, I'm sorry, thanks for playing along. Here's a little something for you. Let's just, right? And then him kind of go to Leo and kind of explain things, and then had kept Javi on the canvas and just kept, and even have us so torn to be like, I loved Leo and Javi, but now I like Leo and Dimitri. But what about, and I think for us, that would have been engaging for us to see. And then to layer the discovery of Gwen is responsible for his kidnapping. Oh, like after making amends, now I'm going to discover this. Like, drama. Tony,
But
would you ask an ex for
instead-
forgiveness that they held you? No, but I would have, I just like I said, I would have forgiven what I did before, but then it would have been a whole new layer to find out that they kidnapped me.
But instead,
We got what we got.
We got this.
We got this. We rolled up to the drive-thru and asked for ice cream, and you know what they said? The ice cream machine is not working. Hey, Michael Mattis, you heard about the ice cream machine?
Dead. All I wanted was an Oreo McFlurry.
Not gonna get it.
Nope.
So I don't know. It's,
And once again, the hospital proves that it is a pinnacle of sloppy security. And Sarah was just like, oh, she literally went, oh, damn. She came into the room after the whole like ridiculous, oh, let's use lube to try to get my ankle. And then the whole ruse about how like he hurt his ankle and whatnot. And Sarah clearly was not. And then she just came in and was like, oh, damn. Officer. I'm like, this is so janky. What is going on here? And I'm like, yeah, of course he escapes from the hospital. People come and go from that place undetected all the time.
The only thing about this whole thing that I actually appreciated was what I believe, could be wrong, but I believe this is the first, if not daytime appearance, but then Days of Our Lives appearance of lube. that might be the only thing of worth commenting on.
Maybe.
Oh, we can comment on lube, but we can't say F you.
I mean, I hope that lube has existed and just not, wasn't made apparent. With ouch. Pricetown would have had lube.
I know. Just saying.
You gotta let that go.
Would have had the what do you call it? I don't want to call it family size because that's weird, but like
economy size.
Economy size. There you go. 20% more.
You mean the chosen family size?
Yeah. The family size.
Yeah. Also, the Salem University Hospital proves once again, you don't need a full disguise.
I know, you just need
just a different shirt.
Just a different shirt.
That one's that I felt icky about that though.
That it was Javi's. That I liked when they revealed that later. I was like, oh, that's cute. A little texture to that. But,
well, also, I think Javi. I noticed when he was wearing that, I was like, that shirt looks a bit snug on Peter Port. You can really see the definition and whatnot. And then I was like, oh, because Javi's probably smaller.
Yeah, he's a smaller guy.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. Attention to detail.
Yeah. I just thought it was a security. Sure, I didn't pay attention enough to notice that it was the EMT until they said it after. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of clever. Yeah.
But when he walked out the hospital room, I was like, so you're not going to put on a hat? You're not going to tie your hair up?
As Annette says, he could have just tied his hair back and...
The Kristen Demira disguise, yeah.
And some glasses. Don't forget your glasses.
He can't see without his glasses.
Oh...
Someone was watching that movie on one of my flights, and sidebar. Someone was watching that movie on one of my flights. They were a couple rows ahead of me, and I was like, I wonder if they know how this movie
ends.
Oh, should I be like, excuse me?
Yeah,
but
someone
I didn't.
Should yeah.
I just watched it play out.
You can't see without his glasses.
You can't see without his glasses.
A side note, I made the mistake of watching Simon. Was that the name of the movie? Love Simon. Oh. I watched Love Simon and then Greatest Showman. Why did I do that to myself?
Tony.
I was on that flight, Viola Davis snot crying.
Mm-hmm.
I was a hot mess. And I was like, why did I Anyway,
You really do have to be careful what you watch on an airplane these days,
you
really.
do. You do.
Well, and they don't the like when you're watching like the media from the airline, they don't censor anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like people are banging and they show it, and you have to be like, oh, maybe fast forward.
It's just it's so nice when you're like sitting in economy and then like you have to the person right next to you is like, what you watching?
Okay. What a mess. Anywho, yeah. All right. I mean, that's it with that storyline, right?
Yeah, they're in Alemania. They're looking for answers.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Because Dimitri knows that he's being framed, and so he's like, I wasn't even over there.
He wasn't there, but his shit was there. So they're trying to figure out how his shit got there.
Mm-hmm.
The episode Friday, I feel like the episode Friday ended with them, but it ended on a very odd note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Friday's episode just overall, like I was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
It was so like it was weird.
Yeah,
Just didn't feel like an episode ending.
Mm-hmm. And Rafe and Kat are kind of suspicious about. They're still on the case, but still trying to sort it out. Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. FBI Cat. All right. So that was that storyline. Let's move on to our next top storyline, which is date night on Valentine's Day. We'll just go down the line with our couples.
Valentine's Day lasted a long time.
It really did, and everybody had something to do. But let's talk about EJ, Kat, and Rita. Again, like I said at the top of the show, I was reminded of how interesting this storyline could be, and especially now with EJ mentioning to Rita that he wonders if this is the reason why his feelings for Samantha changed.
Mm-hmm.
And, kudos to the writers, because remember, EJ and Sammy were kind of at odds.
Yep.
And so good callback to like what caused that. Because I don't think any of us thought that in the beginning when we were just like, oh, maybe they just got tired of each other. We didn't think like maybe something could have happened or someone could have came between them. So good kudos finally to the writers for doing that.
I like the callback to history. I was a little confused of like, well, he was in a coma. Like, what are they trying to say? I know she read to him, but I was like, how far are they trying to like make this connection last? I was like, that's a bit of a stretch for me, even though I did like the history of, because when he did come back, he was that's what broke him and Sammy up, was him being irritable, and they sort of played it off as him coming out of his injuries and being sort of like a different person. So I don't know about this. Like I said, I like the history part of it, tying it to that, but I'm like, okay, it seems like a stretch, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm actually more interested in the Kat side of this because I feel like she's just done so much work to try to move on with her life and reconnect, with her old life and, get back to work and things like that and get back to her family, that she's not really diving into those parts that she can't remember. She seems to not be as interested in them only as far as they're useful to her and getting close to EJ. But I'm actually really interested to see what of that time she's maybe blocking out.
Yeah. You know who else is too? The writers. Because they didn't really flesh out Kate and Kat. So they're just kind of, playing it by ear. So,
I do have to there's been so much about who Kat is and her past, and it's a lot to remember. Because so the story will be focused on like what she's doing, and then you have to remember like, oh yeah, she had plastic surgery. So like Rafe was worried about someone seeing her.
Dimitri seeing her.
Dimitri seeing her.
Because they crossed paths.
she's like, remember, my siblings didn't even recognize me after my plastic surgery. And I was like, oh, that's fucking right. She had plastic surgery.
Yeah, there's
So,
a
like,
giant
it's so much
hole.
to remember in the moment with her because like already she's had like so much backstory that we have to remember.
There's
Yeah.
a giant, I mean, yeah, for as much as we've uncovered, still a pretty giant hole from the time that she got in that car accident with her parents
Yeah.
to the time that she ended up in Italy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of holes, actually.
There needs to be, now I'm normally not, I don't want to say I'm not a fan of standalone episodes. I'm not a fan of a lot of standalone episodes, but this is where it might be warranted in like a Cat Green episode, just to
have an overview.
Yeah, like her full backstory with so like all the holes are filled, and then we can kind of move on. So there's not this looming question about who this broad is, essentially.
Yeah, who Cat Green is.
You know,
well, guess what?
Who she is, and then put her in storylines and stuff. Like I that kind of is annoying to me about Cat Green as a character, where there's always this looming question about who she is, who she might be. Yeah.
Well, listen, I can tell you this. I don't know who she is, but I can tell you who she ain't.
Abigail.
Okay.
For now.
For now.
Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to saying, like, I just feel like
they never found Abigail's remains, did they? Or did they?
No, she's totally alive. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I just feel like they should have went with that. I feel like they should have went with Cat being Abigail. And if not that, then have this more flushed out, because I feel like we're all learning as we go.
We're learning as we go, and there's so much already to try to remember all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot to remember.
Because I feel like they touched on this story so long ago, and you know, she was reading Wuthering Heights to him, you know, and it's like now we're gonna revisit it, and now we're just like, oh yeah, that did happen, huh? And it's like, well, how long is this gonna take?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, is
for her and Chad to touch each other? So.
Oh God.
Right. Well, because and the other thing is this: when she's reading to EJ, it looks like EJ is still in his early stages of recovery. She already done had hers. Yeah. She done recovered. She done, like, you know, her face is settled. Okay, she's not in bandages too. Like she's just sitting there, just, you know.
One thing I noticed, and I don't know if I'm just looking too much into it, I feel like she's talking differently in those flashbacks. And I don't know if that's just for dramatic effect when she's reading the book. I just felt like she was speaking like slightly different, and I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Like she's still recovering, kind of thing. It could be like an acting choice to, like,
yeah, exactly.
I think I forgot.
No, there's a lot. Also, remember she's Constantine's granddaughter. Remember that part?
I'm telling you, there's a huge hole, and the thing is, I don't think it actually has anything to do with her as a character in terms of like how she acts or doesn't act. I think that there's a lot that she herself doesn't know. No. But that she's convinced herself she doesn't need to know, because she's just been through so much trauma.
She doesn't even know what she used to look like. We don't even know what she used to look like. Like, they ain't show no picture, no nothing. Like, you know, like Felicity ain't came around the corner and been like, remember when you used to look like this?
Well, speaking of, Michael, your idea of the whole episode where like a different actress would play her, you know what I mean? To show like the before and then the after. Like, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
The role of previous Cat is played by Marcy Miller. I'll throw the TV out the window. Throw the fucking TV out the window. Be like, no. Shout out to Marcy Miller. I miss her.
I don't know. I saw a shout out this week. She did get a nice little check this week from the picture of when Billy Flynn grabbed it.
I missed that.
Yeah, I
was
want to say like
okay.
not that I don't want I didn't mean that as though like I don't want Marcy Miller back or I wouldn't welcome Marcy Miller back. I just wouldn't want I don't want it to be like a cheeky thing where it's like oh we're gonna a stunt casting kind of thing where
Yeah.
No. I'm sure she made a nice $50 from that little
Not the
image.
not $50.
$25.36 after taxes.
Right.
Not that.
She'll post her SAG check or whatever, you know, how the residual check. It's like 0.02 cents.
Wait, because also
The glitz and glamour of Hollywood, folks.
I just remember this. Kat and Sammy ran into each other.
Yes, I
Yes.
tell you, holes everywhere.
And Sammy didn't recognize her.
I don't know if Sammy met her though in the past. I know she saw Sammy, but I don't know if they showed Sammy seeing her.
But the thing about it is how did Sammy not see her if Sammy was like taking care of EJ?
I'm assuming Kat does this after hours. That's the impression I got, that she's not doing it like during normal hours. That was sort of the impression I got. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like Sammy would have put a stop to that. Like, I don't think Sammy would have appreciated this good-looking.
Why are you reading to my man?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Bitch.
reading
Sammy
to
would-
EJ every day.
Take your shit and get out.
Right. Sammy would have been like, excuse me, whore. Like, who told you to come in here? And what is this? Read a book to my man program? Like, you better get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Go back to the library.
Go back to the library where you belong.
Cat's path has more holes than my colander.
Yo, who?
I was like, are you... Colander, not Colander. I thought you were gonna say colon. I'm like,
Why would I say that?
I don't know, but that's what it sounded like for a split second. Colander, not colander.
Holander? Holander?
God, let's go.
Holander?
Thank
And
you,
Miss-
Megan Bizarro. She heard
and
colon
Miss-
too.
And Miss Russia. Holander and Miss Russia. Side note, I think they're dating and my world is just crushed.
Who's dating?
Who?
Connor Story
No.
and Francois.
Duh.
Oh yeah, those. Oh yeah.
They're absolutely dating.
Why?
I know.
Which
Why?
good for both of them.
I
by
can't
the
have
way.
anything. I wanted Francois.
Well,
Hey, he's been around for years. The other two are new. I get it, but Francois has been around for years. I've been watching him. I've been keeping an eye on his work for years.
It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Anyway,
speaking
Okay.
of, how did
Speaking
we
of
go
what?
from talking about colons to Hollanders to
Welcome to
knows?
the show, folks. You never know what you're going to walk into, so please watch from the beginning.
this is true. Okay, so moving on through our Valentine's Day date night, we had Gwen and Xander making love,
breaking the
between
damn
sheets.
bed.
Yeah, I mean that bed. First of all, that bed looked small. That was not that. That
It's
was
a
not.
Demira bed. Of course, all the Demira beds are like twin beds. We know this from
that bed
Gwen
was
and Sierra.
small.
According to them, it's just cheeky fun.
Cheeky
Well,
fun.
Sure. I mean, listen, I wouldn't. This is not about me.
And yet,
This is not about me. Do we like Gwen and Xander?
Yeah, I've always liked them.
Yeah.
It just feels like he feels lighter and I mean,
Yeah.
I guess
It's a case where
I guess that'll do it to you, honey.
it's a case that we talk about where it's like they work because they know each other and they
Yeah.
both accept each other. Now he couldn't accept whatever
Mhm.
before, but
For scheming against Sarah,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I and you know, I feel like it's gonna develop, you know, it's cheeky fun, whatever, and we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I like them together.
Yeah.
I
Gwen,
think if
Gwen
they
is my favorite character right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that, like she's my absolute favorite character on the show, just because of Emily O'Brien is so entertaining. You can't not like her.
Yes.
This is true.
I think that if they continue to be honest with each other, just brutally honest with each other, I did this, I did that, then I could get back on board with them fully.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let's hear what Xander's number one fan has to say in our sound off segment. Here it is.
Hello, I'm Brienne. I'm from Florida, and my comment is about Xander, of course. He was on 3 times this past week, so that was really good. And I'm actually enjoying the stuff with him and Gwen. It's nice to see Xander laughing and smiling and having some fun. It's the first time in a while that that's happened. So I love Xander and Sarah, but I also like Xander and Gwen. So I'm willing to enjoy whatever's happening.
Mhm.
I
Oh.
fully expected Paul Telfer to just pop into the video right there with her.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like this is so true though. Like I feel like Xander is like a different person around Gwen. I mean, he's been so angry and upset and down and stuff. And Gwen came in and threw that whip appeal on him, and now he's happy. And now he's happy. I mean, the way they were eyeing each other during golf, I mean, I would have been happy too.
Mhm.
Like I would have helped.
This is
Xander.
not about you, Tony. I'm just reiterating your own words.
You're right. It's not about me.
And we also got that little tag at the end with Xander like plotting something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
What's that about?
yeah, I don't know.
And whose robe did he have on? Keep it. Keep it. Keep
So
it.
they've joined the Break the Bed club of Sammy and Lucas and Billy and Patrick, and I think that's it so far.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question though.
Do you are we gonna actually get the question? Or are you gonna hover about it?
No, I have a legitimate just short question because I don't get the appeal. Does anybody actually have those like soft silk printed robes? Because I don't see the appeal.
First of all, okay, if you have a silk robe, that is your slip into something more comfortable.
That doesn't
Okay.
seem comfy to me.
It
Yeah,
is
it's not for
nice.
warmth, it's for style.
It is nice. It is silky. It is sexy.
It's not for warmth, but it feels nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels nice, but it's not for warm. It's not
No.
like, for a cold winter's night, but
No.
it's a night. They are nice. Yeah.
And it's not to be worn all day.
No.
Right? It's not even meant to be worn for an hour.
Yeah.
It just
Just
looks
until
good.
the bed breaks.
It's
Yeah.
it's ambient. It's
Yeah. It sets the mood.
yeah.
You
Okay,
know.
okay, I'll accept ambiance.
Yeah, because it's very much like, like if you were like, excuse me, I'll be right back. And then you put on your robe and you came in, you had plenty money in 1922.
I feel like I know way too much about Tony now.
That's what a silk robe does to you. Yeah. Actually, I look cute on that. I should give a side profile all the time. Anyway, all right, Sarah and Brady. Okay, well, before y'all get started, let's hear from our lovely family from Tacoma, Washington about
Ooh, a sequel.
Brady. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Melissa.
I'm Myrtle Hope,
I'm Patty.
and we're from Tacoma, Washington.
So this week, let's talk about Brady. So the doctor at Bayview finally gets one thing right about, hey, don't let Rachel think her parents are getting back together. So what does Brady do? He decides to finally move out on his own at like 45, 50 years old. And he, instead of just going on his own and having Rachel there, hey, Kristen, Kristen, why don't you come live with us too? Like, she doesn't have a bunch of money from the Damaras that she could afford her own place if she didn't want to live in the mansion? So how does that make any sense? The writers need to give Brady a brain or some common sense, or best of all, both of them, because he doesn't act very smart. That's my rant.
Thanks, guys.
I love how she ends it. Her mom goes on a whole rant.
I want
Thanks,
to
guys.
I want to extend a personal thank you to this family for saying the words that I cannot say right now.
I mean, listen, everything feels like a mess, right? Like, Brady is essentially having to hide that he has feelings for Sarah. Then there's a whole like Rachel issue, which she shouldn't have been taken out of Bayview. Brady, I don't know why you letting Kristen move into your house. And then Kristen is not even doing what the doctor said by saying, hey, no, your daddy and I aren't getting together. I'm just trying to get my stuff together and then I'll be out. Like, it's just a hot mess express.
And we got confirmation that Kristen still wants Brady.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting that confirmation before, but it was in the when she and Gwen were having mimosas or whatever, and she's like, I'm living with the man I love. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I thought
wasn't the whole reason he moved Kristen in was she was blackmailing him or something.
She blackmailed him into that. So that's not really his fault, that one.
Yeah, exactly. Like she kind of held his nuts over the fire for that to do that. And so he did. And then the whole thing about Kristen, and maybe now it was just something to tell the kid, but like Kristen not having any money. Like Kristen's got money. Like she don't need a job. Kristen's got money.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking through that was going to be a beef of mine, but now I'm like, oh, maybe it was just that's what they told Rachel and she would buy it because she's young.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there are so many expletives I could use right now, and even if it wasn't Latin, I couldn't say them. My kind of overall consensus is I don't know where we go from here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been on this merry-go-round so many times, and it seems like no one is willing to budge in their feelings. No one is willing to budge in terms of common sense. I'm kind of at a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I think we see the writing on the wall. I think Kristen, of course, is going to implant herself there for much longer than the month that they agree to. She's going to figure whether she does it legally or illegally, or she. I'm of the firm belief that if Kristen turned over a slightly new leaf, not even say Kristen became 10% a better person, I think Brady would willingly be with her. I think he's always, at best, always on the fence about her. I think he truly does care about her and love her, but he resents the fact that she's not a good person. So I think if she did slightly become a better person, he would drop everything and be with Kristen, because I really do think he has strong feelings for her. But it's what she represents that turns him off. But I think he really does love her. So I don't know if that's where we're going with this. The Brady Sarah stuff, it seems so like not old, but it's like this is a lot to deal with. You guys should be in the honeymoon phase of like getting to know each other and dating and having fun, and you're both coming to this with so much baggage. It's like I'm not even enjoying you together anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
My dog.
We can.
I'm not getting the fun part of the relationship, which is what you should be having now. You're already dealing with baby mama drama. You got the step kid stuff that hates you, that kind of likes you, that like you're dealing with all this stuff, and you've barely gone out on a date yet.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Brady and Sarah, you do not have chemistry.
Oh,
you are not enjoyable. These are not unkind words. These are just facts.
These aren't insults, they're facts.
They are.
That's like saying you're ugly. And that's just facts.
That's just facts.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we're done with all that. Let's move on to Gabby and Philip.
God, how many words? Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's a lot. Yay. Okay, here we go. Yay, they went to Miami. Ouch, he got stung. I'm okay with this coupling. I do think that she needs to figure out the things with Stefan because it is a bit jarring. She also has the secret looming over her head that she was the one that planted the info that led to the whole downfall of Titan.
Titan Demira. Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody
I
else got something?
feel very bad for Philip because I think this is the first time. This is maybe the first time in my memory that he is being 100% honest, 100% authentic, and also really empathetic. I think in a way he never has before, really putting his partner's needs before his own, his partner's feelings before his own. And in a completely unselfish way, like not even a tinge of jealousy. And
As far as we know,
and it's, I mean, like even his little insecurity, he's being honest about. So I feel really, really bad for him because this is just not going to end well for him.
Yeah.
I really like Gabby and Philip. I think the Stefan part of it, to me, is the most interesting of their relationship. I actually think the Gabby messing up Titan Demira, I'm hoping that's a red herring with everything Philip's been through. I feel like if anyone is going to forgive her for that, it's him, considering his own past. So I'm hoping that doesn't become the thing. And I'm actually more excited or interested in Stefan becoming a thing between them when now find out that she is still legally married to him. And again, I don't think he's dead, so I think he's still alive. So that part of it. So I'm hoping that's the more interesting part, but I do like them as a couple. And I like where they're going with this.
You know what? If all of that does get found out and she is widowed and she gets a piece of that pie, Gabby is about to cut up. Do you hear me?
I can see her walking into the mansion being like, I now own 51% of this house. I'm moving in. Give me the keys. I'm taking over. Tabitha.
Okay, Tabitha. I'm taking over.
Okay, so we all know what like a treatment for a jellyfish thing is, right?
Oh God,
you gotta pee on it.
I was like, where are they going with that? I was like, they're not
introducing that as part of their kink.
Water sports in their relationship. Yeah.
Oh,
let's just take you into the shower and I'll pee on you. I'll pee on your shoulder. I was like, they're not gonna do that. No. But when I heard it, they're like, and then like Philip didn't realize he was stung by a jellyfish until like long time after. Don't you feel that like immediate?
I don't know.
Maybe he was very, very busy.
I guess.
I ain't never been stung, so I don't know.
I don't go into the ocean.
I don't.
Sharks live in the ocean. I don't go in there.
I don't go above my ankle
unless it's in a well protected boat.
I don't
go in
there. All right. That's it for that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Move on. Alex, Stephanie, and Kayla and Patch and Jack and Jennifer. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way.
Okay, I'll say this. Don't kill me. This, I actually like Jennifer and Jack here. This was the scene where I thought they made sense. And no, come on now. I thought they made perfect sense here with the Jeremy stuff. And I like that they were defending Jeremy. I thought they brought up valid points. And I thought they were respectful of everything that was happening. And I thought this is the Jack and Jennifer that we miss. The reasonable people.
The reasonably minded ones.
What?
The reasonably minded ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I thought they were
Parents
perfectly
that did
reasonable.
wrong.
They stood up for their nephew. And they also were sympathetic to their niece, who Stephanie is their niece, without, picking sides. And they were okay with being cordial at the end with Kayla and Steve. So yeah, I think this is them returning to normal, and the other stuff is crazy writing. This is the Jack and Jennifer we know. this particular scene.
I mean, I did say when I was watching that scene, what is happening, that I am agreeing with Jennifer.
Yeah.
That's not very, 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 very rare occasion.
It wasn't until Jack came in when he realized that Jennifer was digging herself in a hole and he kind of cleared it up. I was like, thank you, Jack. Because Jennifer, I don't know when we got Jennifer in her villain era.
Wait, you didn't like Jennifer there?
I
thought she was being very reasonable. Okay. The chat stuff, she's crazy, but this stuff, I thought, oh, she makes perfect sense here.
She does.
I just remember sitting there thinking, like, when did Jennifer become such the villain? Like the one with so much to say about stuff. Like, girl, be quiet. And thank you, Jack, because Jack was like, "Who, honey? I don't even think I would have said that." But let me try to clear this up for you, girl. I'm gonna come in and be the good husband that I am. That's just how I feel, Miss Jones. I don't know. She's she is something else. I'll tell you that. She is something else. Did we enjoy the wedding of Alex and Stephanie?
I'm surprised it happened.
Yeah.
Like that it happened all the way?
Yeah, I thought
because it happened in Chicago. If it happened in Salem, it wasn't going to happen.
Even then, I thought something was going to stop it. Like when Jada got that phone call originally, I was like, oh, here we go. No more wedding. We can pack it up.
Yeah.
Jada said, hold on a minute. Theo was like, hey, yo, I'm out of the crib. Got my hair cut. Feeling better. How about that date?
It's so weird that, but when I thought on it, and I thought about how Stephanie is. Pay attention, man.
Wait, I don't get it. I missed it.
No, that was the funniest thing Michael's ever done, and you completely blew over it.
What?
You'll see it on the replay.
Okay, all right.
What did it mean?
I was doing some hand acting.
Yeah, he was imitating Theo's hand movements as Tony was giving the spiel.
As I was saying, it occurred to me this week that Stephanie is one of the few characters, especially characters that have been on the canvas for a long time, who has never actually had a wedding. And her first time out of the gate, it is clean, concise, full of love and simplicity, and I'm very grateful for it.
Mm-hmm.
There was no muss, there was no fuss, there was no excess, there was just two people who loved each other, and maybe sometimes that is just how it should be.
Especially if you're in Salem getting married.
Yes.
They're the ones that are smart enough to do it while they're out of town.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it simple.
Not in Salem. Shit goes down.
Always. All right. Well, that
not
was
a lot
that.
of love for them in the chat room, though. Dang.
Say what?
I said not a lot of love in the chat room for them, though.
Oh, come on, guys. They even have me on board, and I'm a tough sell.
It's like I don't mind. I don't have anything against them.
Listen, don't make me Miss JU from America's Next Top Model. All right, well, let's move on to the next, shall we? Mm-hmm. Jada and Theo.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but I'm not necessarily like gaga over the pairing, but I don't know. I don't mind it.
It's still new, so like I don't mind. I also just think it was a weird time. Like you're gonna have him start dating or being interested in Jada, and then he got kidnapped. Like, again, I just keep rewriting stuff. I almost would have made their pairing kind of happen like after the rescue.
It's a
And
little clunky.
yeah, and just like, you know, a moment of just like really like caring for him and maybe stopping by, just being like, oh, I just wanted to make sure like you were okay, because maybe he was the worst of the bunch or whatever. And then, you know, we saw it grow and develop, and then he did something cute like, hey, like when I get out of this, you know, let's have that drink. And then that text could have been, so how about that drink?
Yeah, it just seems anticlimactic. It started, then it stopped, and I thought that was going to be like the break to like just not have them revisit it, and then they revisited it, and now he's fantasizing about Gabby, so it seems like that part of it is back on. Yeah, it's like, okay, I have no interest in them after all that.
The direction is a little unclear right now, and I feel bad that Jada is just, you know, I feel like, you know, Jada's just there, you know, she's happy to be there.
She's trying to find a man, but also
she's trying to get her bell rung.
But also, Theo, what we feeling about Gabby? You had one dream. Now all of a sudden you just, you know, Gabby, you know.
Respectfully to all of this, no, thank you.
Not respectfully. Well, those were unkind words for sure. I'm just kidding.
It's just facts.
Just facts. All right, everyone. Those were our top storylines. Thank you so much for tuning in to those. Before we move on to our tidbits, though, just a gentle reminder, make sure you follow us on social media. Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification. Also, make sure you, if you'd like to join us as an exclusive member, hit the join button using your tablet or laptop on our YouTube channel. And also, if you need to take us on a long car ride while you're stuck in traffic, we are on your favorite podcast stations, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, along where other podcasts can be found. Just search for Dishin Days and take us with you. Also, make sure you show some love to our former co-host and my chocolate twin, my old ass chocolate twin, JLJ Media on YouTube, and where all podcasts can be found for your full soap opera fix. For you. Also, while I'm thinking about it, because I don't want to think about it now and then say I'm going to do it later and then realize I forgot later. But shout out to the birthday girl herself, Miss Candace Mack, who is in our chat room right now. Thank you, Candace Mack. I hope you are having a fabulous day today. She is the creator or part creator, I think, was producer of Forever and a Day. She is a soap opera aficionado. She is the host of Beyond the Gates review and recap over at JLJ Media. She is also the first and person and only person to ever send in a video clip of accepting her Fan of the Week award, which was given to her by us, but she found her own award in her house and sent in a tape. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right. Now let's move on to some tidbits, shall we? Tidbits. I should do like a little jingle for it. These are your tidbits. Yeah. So we only have one tidbit, and that is Miss Multiple Personalities herself, because she's under some drugs that she doesn't know about, from Sophia.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That went off the rails very quickly.
Yeah, it's like, what about him? All I know is you better back up off my man. It's like,
oh my.
My girl, ain't nobody worried about your and the girl was actually being like, he fine, but he dumb.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like it's like I feel like the girl wanted to be like, oh, you want to be bouted about your dumbass boyfriend who got held back in college already? You think I'm sweating him? Like, you're the only one that's sweating him, and you're actually sweating. Yeah. Exactly. How did it work so fast? And it just kept going because then she went off on Tate again.
Mhm.
So this is once again a very interesting storyline brought to you by Sophia Choi, who was just up in her room in Bayview, making life hell for everybody. I do wonder what she needs. But first of all, this little girl is not your friend, honey.
No.
Stop texting that little girl asking her to be a part of your schemes. She too young. Taquita?
Leave her alone.
She's too young.
I'm assuming it's to supply the supply the medicine. I'm assuming.
Oh my.
Molly, yeah.
Well, that's right, because she needs to keep.
She
saving.
needs to keep it. Yeah, going.
Oh man. Oh,
What a mess.
this is headed for.
I think Tate knew something was off with Holly, and even Holly knew something was off with Holly, but she was just, they didn't know what.
Yeah. They don't know what it is.
Yeah, 'cause she's giving her, according to Sophia, she's getting antipsychotics. I mean, that's nothing you mess around with.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like for some reason, like if I lived in Salem and my stuff fell out on the floor, I would have been like, I'm good.
I'll refill later.
You know what? Just whatever I lost that's on the floor, keep it.
Especially if you drop it in Sophia's room. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
It's like,
I like this, but I want a little more though. Like, I want Sophia in, like, be the villain, like, make her the villain. Like,
what do you mean, make her the villain?
Like, lean into it.
I feel like they're really leaning into it.
I need a little more than this, though. Yeah, I just need, especially if she's going to be in the room, like, get her out of Bayview and let her, like,
get her out of Bayview. That's if you're going to do this, you need to get her out of
Bayview.
Bayview. Like this whole thing, like pulling all these stunts within Bayview and everybody in everybody in Bayview just being so oblivious to it, and it's
giving me like Whitley as the stalker from.
Oh no! I think it's coming. I think there is a grand plan coming. I think.
Yeah.
And Sophia, start talking now.
I know.
I'm
also that.
so tired of you not talking.
Like, what's
girl,
the benefit of being quiet now? Yeah, like, what is the benefit now if she's, you know what I mean? Like, she's made up with Holly, Rachel's not there, she got found out. Like, why keep up the charade of the not talking anymore?
I don't know. You know what? If she likes it, I love it. And that's just where we gonna be with that. If you like it, I love it. And that's where we are with that. All right. Well, that was our week of days. Before we go, though, Debbie, why don't you come on and give us your thumbs up and thumbs down for the week, please?
There it is.
This is Debbie, Franklin, Tennessee, with this week's thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up to Julie and Chad. I loved your golden conversation of how you each were there for each other during your difficult and tragic circumstances. And we'll miss you, Billy Flynn. Those scenes were good. Thumbs down to Kristen. You're not looking out for Rachel and putting her first by doing this rehash of trying to get back with Brady. You need to move on and put your daughter first.
Debbie Bryce said, I ain't got time for this foolishness. Let me tell you tell you this thumbs up, thumbs down, bitches. All right. So that has been your week of days, and we are now moving on to our segments, and we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Ladies and gentlemen, my 3 Snaps Award goes to the one and the only Mr. Billy Flynn. Yes. Billy, for the past 12 years, has given us a wonderful version of Chad, and we hated to see him go this week. And we greatly appreciate what he has brought to the show. It has been an honor and a privilege to see him grow as a person. It has also been an amazing time and journey with us here on Dishin Days, being a huge supporter of the show, dealing with Mark J. Freeman, and also taking a moment to be very vulnerable with us and include us in on not just the happy things in life, but also the moments where things were not so great in life. So to Billy Flynn, this will be the one time that I say, thank you so much, sir. You are a talented person, and I am very honored to have to know you. And thank you for being an impact on our little show and also on our favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives.
Yay!
I'll go first. One of the things I really loved about Billy, he's that he sort of infused into the character of Chad is, especially in his scenes with Will and Sonny, they would always show him, or he would always show affection to them, and it's always like rubbing their shoulders or kissing them and hugging them, and always appreciated that, because I think if you know, or if you have those relationships in your life with a gay man and a straight man who are friends and best friends, you do see that affection that I think a lot of straight men are willing to have with gay friends that they have. And so I always loved seeing that on screen and seeing sort of Billy infuse Chad with that. So I always appreciated that and always loved to see it. So yeah, kudos to Billy Flynn for bringing that character trait to Chad over the years.
And of course, we can't forget, was it Belinda? China Shop?
Yeah.
Fierce, honey, fierce.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Tony said about him being like a supporter of the show and always being, willing to come on. And yeah, the moment I'll remember is that moment in studio when he shared with us like his struggles without us realizing it. And I remember Tammy had brought in champagne that day, and we had put glasses of champagne where he and Marcy, because he came in with Marcy, where they were sitting, and like Tammy and I had glasses. I think Tony had a glass too. And so then he shared like, oh yeah, I'm in recovery, I'm sober now. And in my mind, I'm like, there's a fucking glass of champagne. It's water and takes a sip, and we just obliterate. And so I had to like take a moment and be like, I need to tell him. And I was just like, I panicked, but then I had a moment where I was like, by the way, there's champagne in that glass, so don't drink it. And he was like, oh yeah, great. But I was like, that would have been terrible. But and at the same time, I wanted to go, and I wasn't sure, like, oh my gosh, should we go into more details about this, or is this like, and I didn't, the Oprah in me kind of got into my head and was like, oh my gosh, what brought this on, or blah, 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 blah. But we didn't. But yeah, that was always a moment. And I always felt like, oh wow, he felt safe with us telling us that.
Yeah.
That was a testament to us, and kind of, an honor, if you want to call it that. But yeah, and he's just always being so gracious to us whenever he would see us at an event, and always make a point to come say hi. And yeah, so but yeah, on to other things, and never say never. Who knows? Maybe who knows? Maybe it'll be like, oh, you're not the real Chad, I'm the real Chad, and we'll have throw up Drake Hogeston mess on our hands.
He'll come back in Stefano.
But no, good luck to everything, and he's grown up in the last 12 years, with the kids and everything. So yeah.
I am gonna miss the connection that Billy was able to build with others, in the way that he took on the role of Chad and created just such individual connections with every actor that he sat across from, and the connections that he built with both Tate.
Wait, Araceli, you sound so muffled now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
your
sorry.
hair, maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, start again.
I am really going to miss the individual connections that he was able to really hone in on and his role in the show, the connections obviously that he made with Kate Manzi and Mercy Miller, how he was able to build such beautiful romantic chemistry with both of those actresses, and then later on developed the insane familial chemistry with Stacy, with Dan, with Teo. How it felt, it looked effortless, like these were his siblings. It wasn't pretend. And with Carrie, young, actor that he is, he's gone now. He's we're gonna see him and God knows what next, because his career is sky high, and to see those two build that chemistry, it was something really special. And then finally with Susan, with our beloved Susan Seaforth Hayes, the bond that unexpected bond that Chad shared with Julie, that Billy shared with Susan, that is a memory that I hold dear, interviewing them on the red carpet at Day of Days, celebrating the start of the 60th anniversary, where Billy was right by Susan's side the entire day, because they knew that she was obviously gonna get asked questions, because at that time it was going to be coming up, the trailer for the first trailer is going to be coming up for saying goodbye to Doug, saying goodbye to Bill Hayes. So he was right by her side that whole day. He held her hand during interviews, and it was just such a special connection to watch that they had built as actors. And I think that's what you want out of actors, to be able to build connections with each other on the show. That's what you want to see in our stories. It's why we love soaps. And so he understood, I think, that to be one of the most important lessons.
Yes. Well, here's to Billy Flynn, everyone, for 12 strong years at Days of Our Lives. Thank you, and we wish you all the best on YNR. Cheers to Billy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
Clink, clink, clink. And that was my 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
And
collectively.
And now it's time for
Caption That.
And this week's Caption That photo comes courtesy of a somewhat awkward moment between EJ and Susan. And this week's caption goes to @Ladylikes on Instagram with their caption, "Mother, why did you make barbecue tamales?"
Oh, those sound good.
That is not what a tamal is.
You said
The
what?
best one.
Those aren't tamales?
Thank you to whoever said that.
I'd try a barbecue tamale. I don't know.
Me too. I would first have to try a tamale.
I would that.
And that was
Caption That.
And to further prevent Araceli from saying unkind words,
Shake my head.
Right, everyone. Take you back to February 15th, 2008. This is when Sean Brady passed away on a returning flight from Ireland. His plane was sabotaged by Ava Vitale, and then Sean gave up his oxygen to save his son, Bo. So this is when we said a final goodbye to Sean Brady, played here by Fred Parker, of course. Really, really sad and unexpected, but I think something that sort of changed, was one of those pivotal days moments when you say goodbye to a character that's been on since the 80s, I think, at this point, maybe late 70s, the Brady family. So, yeah, February 15th, 2008, when we say goodbye to Sean Brady Sr.
Those were the days.
Michael Madison is on these buttons. Go ahead, girl.
Well, I'm like, are you gonna say it? No, okay. Like, I give it a beat and then
Give me a beat. Well, take it away. Now it's time for
It's a gift.
And this week's It's a Gift once again goes to Mr. Dan Furagul, making a face at Xander and Gwen and their shenanigans, upstairs shenanigans, to which my response was, yeah, this is going to be me this whole time during Lent.
That's going to be you the whole time during Lent?
Yes, it's just my face.
She can't use her words. She has to use her face.
Yes.
Well,
precisely.
Work that face, mama. That was
It's a Gift.
And now it's time for
News and gossip.
All right, starting off, we have a bit of casting news this week. First up is congrats to Brian DeTillo. He's celebrating completing a new short film called Still Flying. The synopsis: when a terminally ill teen makes a life-altering decision, her family is forced to face what letting go really means. Brian says this is one of the best projects of his life, and we will definitely keep you informed and updated on when and where you can view it. But yeah, big congrats to Brian. Always good to see him working and into something he enjoys. So big congrats there. Next up, French's drummer Carson Boatman released his newest song, Wild Thing, this past week. It's his first release in 5 years, and you can check out the song and the video on all streaming platforms everywhere. So big congrats to Carson on another single. Yeah. Then we have Carrie, speaking of Thomas and Carrie Christopher, he has yet another new project. He has a new Ford National ad out, as well as the debut trailer for his second of 4 shows this year. The second one is the new show Spider Noir with Nicolas Cage that is coming out in May. You can check out both of those online, the trailer and the new Ford National ad. So big congrats to Carrie, who does not stop working and has said goodbye to Days this week, but he has plenty to do, and we'll be seeing him a lot in the next couple of years. So big congrats to him. Next up, we have congrats to Shani Nielsen. She's voicing the character of Somber Whispers in this new video game called God of War, Son of Sparta. This one is actually a 2-dimensional video game. Was just released February 12th. This year for PlayStation 5. So all you gamers can go out there and pick it up. So big congrats to Shani. And last but not least, we got word this week that Michael Rourke will be ending his run as Jeremy Horton April 29th. So we still have a couple more months of seeing him. I'm assuming the storyline will play out, of course, with Jeremy, Stephanie, Alex, and the mysterious stalker. But yeah, he actually has ended his run April 29th. So yeah, we wish him good luck and looking forward to see how this run of Jeremy Horton kind of plays out.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have a ton of birthdays to celebrate. Our lovely Ilya Cantu, who we adore, celebrated a birthday. Stephen Nichols celebrated, believe his 75th birthday. So big congrats to him. Carson Boatman rung in his birthday as well. Al Calderon's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Al, as well as our dear friend to the show, Galen Gehring. So big birthdays all around. I hope everybody took time to celebrate.
Yay!
Michael mad is that when she mentioned Stephen
Like,
Nichols'
he does
birthday.
not look 75. What water is he drinking?
I know.
But that almost felt like when Kevin Hart.
I know.
Cheetos
I just saw that.
Damn.
I just saw that clip the other day too. Like, he did pause for a minute. It was like, I didn't mean like that. I didn't mean it like that. We'll take a poll later to see that. Yeah.
I don't believe in naming it, in quote so-called aging people based on like what they look like. But like, I think like especially since, oh my God, like we're losing people so young now these days. I'm like, look, every birthday, every milestone you hit, celebrate it.
Yes.
Say it loud, say it proud. I made it another year and life is good to me.
Oh, that's a new one.
You have to say, yeah. If you're still alive, if you're still kicking it, and if you're lucky enough to do the work that you love, you say it loudly and you say it proudly. Own it.
Thank you, Araceli.
And another thing we're celebrating is, of course, Black History Month. Please check out what Tyler Andrews and hairstylist Amber Rennick had to say as they shared their experiences learning about Black history through art and entertainment in the industry. You could check out those videos on the Days Peacock social media. And just educate yourself. There's a lot out there. And in honor of celebrating love this month, Days checked in with some of your favorite couples as a preview of a new romance is to come. Let's see how the following had their meet cute moments. They had videos with Steve and Kayla, Lonnie and Eli, Alex, Stephanie, A, Paulina, Jada, and Sean. It's nice to go back and, kind of check in and see like what were the meet cute moments and new love, lasting love, etc. So go check out those videos on the TikTok.
And next up, friend of the show and newly minute Emmy winner Paul Telfer sat down with Greg Ricard and Rebecca Buddig on their podcast Soapy. Paul discusses how he built his career in Hollywood, how he and his superstar wife support each other in this industry, and then shared stories from his childhood. So please go check out that interview. It's the Soapy podcast on the CBS YouTube page. Really enlightening.
Yeah, so good. And Starstruck Fan Events is going to be having their next couple of events. So the first is going to be coming up is the Family Ties event. This is going to be in Morristown, New Jersey, the weekend of April 25th and 26th. You can see the stars that are going to be there. It's going to be Brian Datillo, we have JJ Moss, Will Klein, amongst others. So we have our favorites there. And then there's going to be the second upcoming event of the year. It's going to be a little further away. It's going to be in the fall, called the Oktoberfest Halloween Party Weekend, the weekend of October 25th and 26th in Orlando, Florida. For tickets and information on both of these events, go to starstruckfanevents.com.
And before we close out news and gossip, just want to give a little shout out to Derek Yates, who you guys remember as Carrie, aka the Lady Whisperer. He and I went down to the infamous Baywatch open call, and Derek got a chance to advance to the next round. So maybe, just maybe, we will be seeing Derek slow-mo running on the beach. So little congratulations to Derek. If you guys want to give him a little shout out, go over to his Instagram at Derek Yates, say hello, and wish him a good congratulations. He did a great job. Yeah, and that's how he walked into the audition too, just all chesticles out.
What he wears normally, right?
Huh?
Isn't that what he wears normally? Or similar?
True. You're true.
It's like his everyday attire. So
it is. Not mine though. Not mine.
Same.
I went in a tracksuit as an office worker.
A bedazzled tracksuit. Like, help me.
Oh my God. Actually, what's so funny is that there was all this press there, and this one woman was like, how would you save someone? And I was like, I would be great at going and like calling for help or like running for help.
Drowning over there.
But as far as like diving into the ocean and pulling somebody out, baby, that's not me. I'm so sorry. That is not me.
Don't go in the ocean. Just don't go in the ocean.
No.
Well,
anyway,
what is wrong with the ocean?
A lot. That has been
news and gossip.
to see what is coming up on this week's episodes of Peacock's Days of Our Lives.
Next week on Days of Our Lives.
To my baby's heartbeat.
You want me to give Holly a gift, but you don't want me to tell her it's from you?
He doesn't fit the typical profile of somebody who would do a thing like this. Wait, are you saying that you don't think that Jeremy is capable of kidnapping Stephanie?
You lay one finger on Stephanie's head and I swear to God, I will kill you.
I will say the promo got better.
Yeah.
You know, it's very suspenseful, very beautiful gowns. There's a lot that is happening, but you know, the old school way of the chloroform. Why am I sitting there thinking to myself like, if you, that's how I would have been, or as soon as someone did like this, I would just like. Anyway, well, it looks like it's going to be very eventful next week. Hopefully, they didn't highlight all the good stuff. All right. Well, y'all, that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dishin Days. Before we head out, Michael Mattis, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and X at MLMattis and MLM Images LA.
Justin Lee Hareld, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at Justin Lee Hareld.
And Araceli, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Tia323 Araceli.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony. You can find us on Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us yet again on another episode of Dishin Days. We will be back next Sunday to give another full dish of what's about to happen this week on Peacock's Days of Our Lives. In the meantime, everyone, stay cool, stay fresh, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you back next week live. And for our members, we will see you right now on our Zoom. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.